Hi, good friends. I trust I find you exceptionally well. I trust you started your year on a very, very, very good note. Compliments of the new season. I trust you're walking in God's love, in God's grace, and ultimately in God's power. We are excited as a church that 2019 is an opportunity. It is a blessing that God has given us to live for Him, to represent Him within our community. So for us, 2019, it is a season to influence, the season of making a difference. And I'm just here to share with you just a couple of things that I strongly believe will be of great help to you to maximize your influence in 2019. And I call them the 4 attributes of influence. And number 1, the first attribute of influence is the attribute of identity. And by that I mean embracing who you are and whose you are is the foundation to becoming a difference maker. What do I mean by that? As a believer, you've got to know and realize that you are created, you are fashioned in the image of God, in the likeness of Christ, in righteousness and in holiness. So the image that you carry, it is the image of Christ. We derive our identity from the identity of Christ. So by this, I want to urge you that in 2019, in order to maximize your influence, make it a point that you grow in knowing Christ, because the more you know Christ, the more you know yourself. Number 2, the second attribute of influence I want to share with you, it is the attribute of purpose. And by this I mean having a reason for existence is the drive toward becoming influential in life. What do I mean by this? Every one of us has been created for a purpose. We are not created. God has not brought us into this world just to occupy space, but we are created for a reason. I like one great statement from a man called Miles Monroe. He has gone to be with the Lord. And this is what he says: the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but it is living a life without purpose. And when you go to the book of John chapter number 18, verse number 37, these are the words that we hear Jesus Christ saying before Pilate. He says, "For this reason I was born, and for this reason I came into the world, to testify the truth, to bear witness to the truth." Hey, you know what? You are called for a purpose. God has allowed you to live and to see 2019 for a reason. What if you and I make a decision to live our purpose in 2019? Number 3, the third attribute is called discipleship. And by this I simply mean influence demands that we first become committed followers of Jesus Christ. One of the greatest statements that we hear in the New Testament between Jesus and his disciples, especially in the beginning part of it, is a statement that Jesus says, "Hey, come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." In 2019, if you're going to maximize your influence, make it a point that you become a student of Jesus Christ. Make it a point that you become a follower of Jesus Christ. Wherever Jesus grows, make it a point that that is the same direction that you are moving in. And to becoming a follower of Jesus Christ is actually agreeing to be changed by Christ. Because when you look at this statement, he is saying, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men." That means we must be willing to undergo change. Hey, be flexible in 2019. Allow God to change you. Allow God to mold you. Allow God to build you up. Number 4, and is the attribute that we call character. And by this we're simply saying character is the most indisputable tool to impact the lives of your friends, of your community, of your family members. So make it a point that in 2019 you are growing in character. You are developing in godly character. I like what the scripture says in Acts chapter number 11, verse number 24, when it's talking about Barnabas. And it says, "For Barnabas was a good man, privately and publicly. His godly character benefited both himself and others." I'm trusting and I'm believing God that in 2019, as a way of maximizing our influence, it's important for us to grow in our character and to develop a godly character in public and in private, a character that benefits you and that also benefits others. Hey, good friends, until we meet again, may heaven keep smiling at you. Remember, 2019 is a season to influence, making a difference. God bless.